My name is Tzvi Brevik, Chairperson of the Cape South African Jewish Board of Deputies. Thank you for joining us in the last of the series, Cape Town Remembers the Holocaust. Music and Jews have always been inseparable. Sing to the Lord with grateful praise. Make music to Hashem on the harp, read Psalm 147:7. Moses' sister, Miriam, sang when they crossed the Red Sea. King David was a musician. There was music in the Temple of Eastern Europe, and klezmer music was part of simchas. As you have heard in the clip of Zola Schumann, her mother sang in the Vilna Ghettos to songs written by her uncle. Violet Finn said when they arrived in Auschwitz, the Rhodes Islands girls sang the song Mama, hoping their parents could hear them. Sarah Jerusalmi survived because she received extra bread for singing to the SS officers. This first piece of music was sung in Russian by balalaika player Dusia Borodoff, who was born in Riga, Latvia, and came to South Africa with her mother and her siblings once her father had saved enough money to bring them out. The rest of their family were killed, most in Auschwitz. It represents the music heard in Eastern Europe before the Holocaust and is entitled Why Worry? Sadly, they could not see into the future, know how many worries they would be facing. Her son, Gary Silberman, has put her beautiful music onto her CD in her memory.
Все равно не уйдешь, и на что нам судьба равнодушная? Нет любви, ну и как проживем? Рыдает струна за струной. Мозг туманит, глаза твои пьяные. Под напев и твой смех роковой. Что мне горе, жизни море, надо вычерпать до дна. Сердце тише, выше, выше.
Caely-Jo Levy is a singer, songwriter, actress, and choreographer with a passion for klezmer music who has been delighting audiences with her Yiddish music. She has studied at the YIVO Institute for Jewish Research in New York. Caely-Jo will be singing a medley of Yiddish songs, the haunting lullaby, Rosings mit Mondlin, followed by a translation of Ilse Weber's song, Weigele, followed by Ilse's poem, Letter to My Son. This was written in Theresienstadt Ghetto and then ending again with Rosinkus min Mandlin.
Wiegele, wiegele, weie, the wind plays on the lyre. He's playing sweetly in the reeds. The nightingale sings in the mead. Wiegele, wiegele, weie, the wind plays on the Wiegele, wiegele, lying, the world's in stillness lying. No sound disturbs your peace and rest. My baby huddle in my nest. Wiegele, wiegele, lying, the world's in stillness lying. My dear son, it's been 3 years today since you traveled all alone, far away. I can still see you in the Prague station on that train, in the compartment shy and tear-stained. Your curly head leaning out towards me. How you begged, let me stay with you, Mommy. That we sent you away seemed to you cruel. You were 8 years old, small and frail. And as we walk home without you, each step I take gets harder. I feel as if my heart will explode and break. Believe me, I cried so much, and I wish you were still near. And yet, I am happy that you are not here. The stranger who has taken you in will surely go to heaven. In dem Beit HaMikdash, in a winkele cheder, sitzt die Amone Beit Zion allein. Hier ben Jochele Yidele, sich die Gesede und singt ihm zum Schlafen ein Liedele schön.
Choni Goldman, the Gardens Synagogue Cantor, is popularly known as one of South Africa's favorite Jewish singers, who performs at various events, shows and weddings around the world. The Garden Shul is rightly proud of the choir that he leads. Ani Ma'amin, I Believe, is a prosaic rendition of Maimonides' 13-point version of the Jewish principles of faith. The next item will be the partisan song. For many victims of Nazi brutality, music was an important means of preserving and asserting their humanity. The partisan song, Zoch nit kein Mol, was composed in the Vilna Ghetto by Hirsch Glick on learning of the Warsaw Ghetto uprising. He was killed in 1944, aged 22. The song became an anthem of Holocaust survivors sung in memorial services all around the world. The title comes from the first line, "Never say you have reached the final road." "Never say that you have reached the final road" was adopted by the partisans as a symbol of resistance against Nazi Germany's persecution of the Jews.
Partisanen, 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 Partisanen. Sag nicht einmal, als du gehst den letzten Weg, Gott im Bleien, verstellen Leute. Kommen wird noch unser ausgebänkte Shoah, es wird erbeugt an unser Trott, wir seien da. Kommen wird noch unser ausgebänkte Shoah, es wird erbeugt an unser Trott, wir seien da. Von grünem Palmenland mit weißem Land von Schnee, wir kommen not mit unser Pein, mit unser Weh. Und wo gefallen ist der Spritz von unser Blut, sprotzen wird dort unser Gute, unser Mut. Und wo gefallen ist der Spritz von unser Blut, sprotzen wird dort unser Gute, unser Mut. For us the morning sun will radiate the day, and the enemy impossible fade away. But should the dawn delay or sunrise wait too long, then let all future generations sing the song. But should the dawn delay or sunrise wait too long, then let all future generations sing the song. Das Lied geschrieben ist mit Blut und nicht mit Blei. Es ist nicht kein Lied von einer Vogel auf der Frei. Das hat der Volk zwischen fallen dicke Wehen. Das Lied gesungen mit einer Garnes in die Hand. Das hat der Volk zwischen fallen dicke Wehen. Das Lied gesungen mit einer Garnes in die Hand. Du sag nicht einmal, als du gehst den letzten Weg. Gott im Bleien, verstellen Leute. Kommen wird noch unser ausgebänkte Shoah, Es wird erbeugt an unser Trott, wir seien da. Kommen wird nach unser ausgewänkte Shoah. Es wird erbeugt an unser Trott, wir seien da.
The following artists have volunteered of their time. Dr. Veronica Belling, who is a librarian, bibliographer, translator, and historian. She is also a graduate of the Weinreich Yiddish summer program. Besides the history books she has written, she is in demand as a Yiddish translator. Many of these have been published. She teaches Yiddish to the Cape Town seniors. Dr. Belling is reading the poem The Lead Plates at the Rom Press by Avram Sutzkever.
I am Dr. Veronica Belling. I am a Yiddish specialist, and I am reading this poem to remember all the Yiddish-speaking Jews in Eastern Europe who were murdered in the Holocaust. Avram Sutzkever, 1913 to 2010, is considered to be the greatest poet of the Holocaust and of the 20th century. In June 1941, he and his wife were herded into the ghetto with the rest of Vilna's Jews. The lead plates of the Rom Press that I'm about to read in Yiddish was written in the ghetto in September 1943, just before Sutzkever and his wife managed to escape the ghetto to join a Russian partisan group in the forest. After the war, they went to live in Israel, where Sutzkever edited the most famous Yiddish journal of the 20th century, Die Goldene Kette, the Golden Chain. The Rom Press, the subject of this poem, that existed between 1788 and 1940, was the chief publisher of rabbinic literature in the world. Its 1886 edition still serves as a definitive edition today. In an attempt to defend themselves in the ghetto, the Jews were forced to melt the leaden plates to make bullets to fight the German enemy. This poem reflects on this episode, comparing the molten lead of the plates to the oil that was burnt in the temple in Jerusalem. Die bleierne Platten von Roms Druckerei. Wir haben wie Finger gestreckte durch Graten, zu fangen die lichtige Luft von der Frei, durch nachtsichtige Zeugen zu nehmen die Platten, die bleierne Platten von Roms Druckerei. Wir, Träumer, bedarfen jetzt wären Soldaten und schmelzen auf Keulen dem Geist von dem Blei. Und wir haben wieder geöffnet dem Stempel zu etwas heimischer, ewiger Heil. Mit Schottens bepanzert, bei Schein von a Lämpel, gegossen die Oisius, erzähl, noch erzähl, azoi wie die Seides, amol in dem Tempel, in gildene Jonteve Menores, dem Eil. Das Blei hat geleuchten beim Ausgissen Keulen, mach Schoves, zugangen an Eus noch an Eus, a Schure von Bovel, a Schure von Peulen, gesotten, gefleizt in derselbige Moos. Die jiddische Gewura in Werte verheulen, muss aufreißen itzter die Welt mit a Schoss. Und wer's hat in Ghetto gesehen das Klisein, verklammert in heldische jiddische Händ, gesehen hat rangeln sich Jerusalem, das Fallen von jener granitene Wand, vernommen die Werte, verschmolzen in Bleien. und sehre Stimmen in Herzen der kennt.
Isaac Habib's mother was one of 1,767 Jews from Rhodes Island and Kos who were deported to Auschwitz. Only 163 survived. Isaac has published a book of his Ladino poems, La Judiera de Rodas, commemorating the deportation and their previous life on the island. He conducts tours of Jewish roads each summer.
I'm Isaac Habib. I was born in the Congo, but both my parents were from Rhodos. My mom, Lucia, was the only survivor of the two families. She was 17 when she entered Auschwitz and was 18 when she was liberated. And from there she went to the Congo, and from the Congo to South Africa. I was in Rhodes in 2008 and I got inspired, emotional, and that's when I decided, I didn't know I could, to write poetry in Judeo-Spanish. And this is one of those. La Sinagoga Shalom. Que entres, entra a ver. Las puertas están abiertas. Ven en la hora buena. ¿Es que quieres talet o libro? No te estreches. Un montón toparás por ahí adentro. Ah, siente con qué voz hermosa el jajam, el lejado dilo canta. Ay, escucha la riqueza de las oraciones. El Shema Israel, ¿lo sientes? Dime, ¿lo sientes? Oh, qué grande y poderoso es su santo nombre. Detente, ¿eh? No hagas un paso más. El murmuro de la amidad, no lo siento. ¿Y el Kaddish? ¿Se lo olvidaron? Ven, ven, entra en nuestra Keilah. Da tus oraciones de alma y de corazón. Pisa los techos de esta sinagoga. ¿Es que sientes el cantar de los cantares? Abro las puertas de la Keilah. El lugar está vacío. Ningunos nos dan las oraciones, ningunos menean los labios, las caras no tienen rasgos, el silencio se siente. Solo queda la hermosura de la sinagoga Shalom. De pies estoy solo enfrente del santuario y murmuro el Kaddish prohibido. En el verano del 1944, angustia cayó en la judería. El alemán al judío se lo llevó y Auschwitz-Birkenau lo acudió y al morir lo llevó. Acódrate, no te olvides de nosotros.
We listen to Rus Nerwich, a saxophonist, composer, and songwriter who has performed internationally. Rus has produced a CD, Beyond the Walls, an exploration of melodies and songs composed in the Holocaust ghettos and camps. He is playing a piece he composed called The Lonely Child. We hope that our Cape and wider community has enjoyed our musical program and remembrance of the Holocaust.